I teach them in that course that there is something called identity crisis. Let's borrow 2 minutes of their lecture. There is something called identity crisis. You know what identity crisis is? Identity crisis is the resultant effect of not comprehending your worth. The moment you do not know who you are, the devil and men and this bedeviled world will paint a picture that you are not. There are many people today who are under needless pressure trying to be who and what they are not. It's not in the blueprint of their destiny. Because I taught you here, remember, I don't know what discussion we're having when I taught you that psychologically speaking, there are certain indices that measure fulfillment. Is that true? Yes. One of it is security. Another is variety. One of it is growth. Another is love and acceptance. There is a craving in the human nature for love and acceptance. And chances are that if you have not stayed with the word, are we together now? Yes. Like Bishop David Oyedepo will say, to find out your picture from scripture. To be able to find out, this is what God has said concerning me. This is who I am. Based on what scripture said, not based on what your mind has said, not based on what your background has said. Was it not Paul that said there is as it were many voices and that none of them is without effect? Your background has a voice. Remember who you are. Failures all through. And you hear that voice. Then unfortunately, and I know and I pray that it's changing. Thank God for Christian schools. But if you are not fortunate to go to a school that calls upon the name of the Lord, now you hear another voice added to that negativity by teachers and all of that. They look at you and say you are dull, you are almost demonic, I don't know how you got here, I don't even know where you are going. And I can tell you, because you respect them, you will believe it. And then, with every sense of respect and apology, parents have a major role in destroying the self-worth of children. By the time you begin to minister words, curses, and words that are not consistent with scripture, by the time an average child is 10, 12 years, subliminally, he has already received all kinds of suggestions about who he is. So, now that they think they are weak, the devil will now begin to market templates that can make you belong. That's why people join occultic societies. That's why people join all kinds of things. They say they want to belong. When Satan came to Jesus, the first test was the test of identity. The first test, the very first test, was a test of identity. If you are truly the Son of God, turn these stones to bread. Jesus said, I don't need to prove to you. The voice already spoke that I am his beloved son. Man shall not live by bread alone, but every word. You heard the word. When he announced it, everything under heaven had it, including you. Don't ask me that question. You already know I'm the Son of God. So when life and friends and society, sadly, and the sociological context of our world now forces you to do things and be things to show you are great, you can tell them, no. I'm a civilized person, but I have limits. I know who I am. Don't just tell me to dress the way you want, to show I am civil, to talk the way you want, to live the way you want. No, within the boundary of a civilized world, I will conform to that which is an advantage, but I know who I am based on scripture. I am the beloved of God. Behold what manner of love the Father has bestowed upon us, in that we are called the sons of God. There are many names that the Bible calls us: light, salt, ambassadors, kings, priests. Are we learning now?